going on there, Bob?
Hello. Well, we arrived safely in Guernsey after long and interminable passage from the island of Alderney, originally from Cherbourg, having tried to come past Alderney and get to Guernsey, and we had to go back to Alderney because we got gated by the Alderney race, this massive tidal stream. However, we overnighted in Alderney and then we continued to Guernsey, and we arrived in Guernsey. We were met by leaping dolphins and beautiful sunshine, fog banks. It was all very, very interesting, kind of dramatic in a very pristine and beautiful way. Water's absolutely beautifully clear. And we came into, I think this is called Victoria Marina. It's the centre one of actually 3 marinas. The other 2 marinas are for locals only. A local marina for local people. And this is the visitors marina. And I have to say that we really like Guernsey. It's very, very pretty, in a smuggler's den, backstreet, covey kind of way. And something we just discovered, that this was the home of Victor Hugo, who was the author of Les Miserables. Not the musical, but the book from which the musical derives. So he actually wrote Les Miserables about 400-500 yards in that direction at a house that he bought there. And he actually wrote most of his major works over there. Not all of them, but most of them. He kind of fled from Paris, went to Jersey, which is one of the other Channel Islands, and then was ostracized in Jersey and had to flee there and ended up here. And I'm guessing that he had to flee because of his socialist, liberal socialist views of the time, very much against the establishment, very much for the enfranchisement of the individual. So the back streets here are very reminiscent of Les Miserables. Dens of iniquity, and you can just imagine the Thénardiers plying their wares in these back streets and fleecing everybody. Now it's just the shopkeepers that do that. I apologise to Guernseyans, I didn't mean that. It's actually very, very nice. It's actually quite cheap as well. It's a very, very nice place. The marina we're in is a marina with a sill. There's this huge rise and fall of tide here, as much as 30 feet in a single tide, 10 metres. It's absolutely enormous. One of the biggest tidal ranges, I think, in the world. And as the tide comes down, if it kept on going, the whole of this marina would be completely dry. Just over the wall in that direction is a slipway and sort of a part of the public dock area, and that dries completely, and the boats sit on the bottom there. So a boat like this, it'd hit the bottom and then it would fall over, and it'd all be very uncomfortable when the tide came back in. So what happens is that they have this massive dock built, and it has a gap where you come in and you go out, and a sill across the gap, and that sill is actually about 2 meters high. It's about 6 feet, maybe a little bit more than 6 feet high. And then depending how much silting there is around the rest of this dock area, when the tide goes down, tide keeps on going down, but obviously it leaves a pond effectively here, a little lake. And depending on the silting in here, depends how much you've got underneath you. Right at the moment, the tide is out. The actual height of the water outside is much, much lower than in here. And this boat is sat on the ground. And we know that she draws about 6 feet, it's about 1.8 meters. So the depth of water here is actually smack on 1.8 meters. I just dipped it with a tape measure. So we just sit on the ground here. The maximum depth of any water anywhere else in this pond or this marina is about that much deeper. It's not much deeper at all. And most of it is shallower, so you have to be careful where you park your boat. And the other 2 marinas are the same. They have sills and a similar depth of water. I think the one in that direction maybe less water. That's where we are. We would like to leave the boat here, overwinter the boat here while we toodle off back home to New Zealand. But in an easterly gale, this place becomes quite dangerous for a boat. When the level of the sea is above that sill, it all starts sloshing back in here. And I'm told that fenders get burst and lines get parted, so you can't really leave your boat here. We could leave her in the marina over there, tight against the wall, in the one set of pontoons. Water's a bit deeper and it'd be protected from the east. But she would be doubled up, she'd be breasted up. We could lift her out of the water in that direction, but it's actually quite expensive to do, more expensive than leaving it in the sea. So we're going down to Jersey, the island of Jersey, and we're going to look at the marina down there, which we understand to be a lot safer and also cheaper to leave your yacht. We have an offer, actually not cheaper than here, but cheaper than lifting the boat out here. So this is Jersey, this is Guernsey, this is Guernsey. We arrived safe, we're next headed for Jersey. We will report to you from Jersey. Lovely destination, you must come here. Sail here now. Stop doing what you're doing, stop doing your knitting, stop watching the television, get off the cable and all that stuff. Get on your yacht and sail to Guernsey in the Channel Islands off the south coast of the UK and just off the coast of France. You won't regret it. Might be a long journey depending where you are. Cheers.